So imagine this, 100,000 electric vehicles
Uh-huh.
in just 9 months.
I mean, that is just a staggering timeline.
Right, and this happened in Commissary, Brazil. The Chinese automaker BYD just, pulled off this absolute industrial miracle down there. And honestly, it is completely rewriting the global playbook.
Yeah, it really shatters what we expect. I mean, usually you'd anticipate years of bureaucracy and supply chain delays before even a single car rolls off the line.
Exactly. And that crazy speed is exactly why we're doing a deep dive into this today. Welcome in, everyone, because,
Uh,
for you listening, this isn't just some quirky auto industry update.
no, not all.
It's actually this perfect snapshot of a massive shift.
Mhm.
We are basically watching China shed that old, low-cost factory of the world reputation, and they're emerging as a high-tech sovereign power.
Yeah, and to really grasp the scale of this, you have to look at where it's happening because BYD is pushing hard into the global south. We're talking Brazil,
Yeah.
Mexico, India,
Right.
and it is just a masterclass in bypassing Western containment strategies.
Well, yeah, because, the U.S. and the EU are constantly throwing up these massive tariff walls, right?
Yeah.
Trying to block Asian imports. So BYD just uh, sets up shop directly inside those target markets.
Exactly. Suddenly, you're not looking at a heavily taxed Chinese import anymore. It's a locally manufactured good. But, tariffs can't be the only driver here because building an entire overseas supply chain from scratch is incredibly expensive.
Oh, totally.
Well,
But they're kind of fleeing this brutal environment back home. Right now, the domestic EV market in China is locked in this ruthless price war. Margins are just bleeding towards zero.
oh, wow. So they have to expand just to survive that pressure cooker.
Yeah, pretty much. By expanding into the global south, where, competition's a bit less suffocating, BYD can actually charge higher prices. And they secure those profit margins they desperately need to fund their R&D.
That makes a lot of sense. But the really fascinating part is that they aren't just shipping over car parts to assemble, right?
Right? They are integrating into the entire local economy. Like all the way from mining the raw lithium to manufacturing the specialized battery components right there on site.
Wow.
I like to think of it as this high-tech Trojan horse. Like, it looks like a simple factory bringing local jobs to the host nation, but hidden inside is this entire ecosystem that makes it incredibly difficult for that country to ever decouple.
Right. And that structural dependency, that is exactly where corporate strategy just blurs into statecraft. Because Beijing operates under this mandate, it's called New Quality Productive Forces.
New quality productive forces. Catchy, what does that actually mean in practice?
Well, it's this massive mobilization of capital. Basically, they want to leapfrog the internal combustion engine era entirely. So shifting away from, labor-heavy growth and moving straight into innovation-heavy dominance.
Oh, I see. Meaning, if you control the advanced automotive engineering and the battery supply chains, you essentially get to write the rules. It kind of reminds me of Apple's walled garden, but like on a macroeconomic scale.
Hmm.
If a whole country's power grid, charging stations, and repair infrastructure are all optimized for BYD's specific battery chemistry and software, well, you can't just easily plug a Ford or a VW into that system 10 years from now.
You really can't. And that is the biggest takeaway here. If the global south adopts Chinese hardware for their green transition, they automatically inherit Chinese software, data standards, and connectivity protocols.
So the hardware forces the software.
Right. And that technological lock-in, that is the new weapon of 21st century statecraft. Because it's durable. I mean, military power is episodic. Financial aid just gets spent.
Right, but if your entire modern mobility grid runs on someone else's standards, it's permanent.
Exactly. You've created this new multipolar reality where Western influence just isn't the default anymore.
Man, that completely reframes how we look at the global response right now. You have Western markets stuck in this regulatory defensive crouch, just relying on tariffs, arguing over transition timelines, basically just trying to slow the clock down.
Well, China is just proactively laying the concrete for the actual infrastructure of the future.
Which is exactly why understanding these moves is so vital for you listening today. This is real, actionable news. It's not just about what brand of car you might buy next. It's about being aware of the global chessboard and who is actually writing the economic rules. So thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today to unpack it all.
It really is a brand new map being drawn in real time.
It is. Which leaves us with a final thought to chew on before we go. If the foundational tech and economic protocols of the future are being locked in right now across the global south, well, what happens when Western automakers finally try to compete in markets where they no longer even speak the dominant technological language?